Oh, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of the Haunted Tents experience. In other words, you're going to get a half-hour to hour-long vlog of me just running my mouth and not doing a damn thing. Which is how I feel it goes half the time. Out here in the water room. And we actually made it quite a ways yesterday. It takes a while to skin and partition these things. Now my main goal today deals with that and that, which are all pieces to the video pumping station, which goes in that gap there where there's no skins. I've got that to do. We got to get the framework for the ponds out here and get the ponds laid out today, and I want to get the fencing done. Those are the 3 main objectives for today. But before I can do any of those 3, the pumping station being first, I've got 2 small projects I need to get done and out of the way, literally. And the first one has to do with this bump out here and over on the other side. I gotta get the plywood out here and get the plywood on these. So that is done and out of the way. The second one, Sue-Ann and I were looking at my crosshairs. Now I explained on day 1 these crosshairs we use to anchor the walls and stuff until we can get bracing in. Which we did when we put these up, zip tie around it and around the bar and help the steady the walls up. Now that the bracing's on, they're pretty much rock tight. So I can cut those zip ties off. But the other thing that we do too is I use the fluorescent tube black lights. Some of them get mounted up on the wall, right next to the ceiling. Others get attached to these here and there. And without the regular roofing material in here that I normally put up, these are sagging a little bit, and they're hanging down a little bit low. And then once I get the weight of the lights on them, they want to dip down even further. And I don't like that idea. I don't want people hitting their heads on the lights or on these straps. And so I think what I'm going to do, after I get the plywood done over there in those bump outs, is I'm going to snip the zip ties off the walls so these have a little bit more flex to them. And I'm going to get my 8-foot ladder out. We're going to get up there into the peak. We're going to tie a rope onto the framework up there. Drop it down, attach it to this, and suck these up so they're up higher in the air. And I'll also add a little bit more support to them too. So we got that to do. I want to get those 2 things done. The plywood and the rope on the cords here done first, and then we'll start tackling the water wall, the ponds, and the fencing. Fun part is the plywood is clear in the back, so I've got to drag it all the way out front, and then but wrestle it up into place and attach it down. And that usually wears me out. But that's what we are going to get working on now. Breakfast of the day, so I don't get into trouble with you guys. Trying to think here, I'm not exactly sure. I've got a general idea. I haven't seen any in ages. I remember as a kid, they used to make what they used to call pocket bread. It was a long, big, round, flat bread. When you cut it in half, you could actually open it up like a pocket. And there used to be a place in town that did pocket hamburgers. In other words, it was basically a hamburger, but instead of putting it in buns, they put it into this pocket bread along with all your toppings and a little bit different style of hamburger. But a pocket hamburger sounds good. Sorry, weird taste. With cheese. So, there's your breakfast of the day, a pocket hamburger. And with that, I'm putting the camera down I gotta start dragging plywood. I'm not looking forward to that. Well, progress made. Just started sorting out pieces to the water wall, or not water wall, but a video pumping station. And I forgot I was going to shoot this. We got our crosshairs done. They're up a lot higher. About 9 foot up off the peak. 7 feet where they attach to the frame. I had Sue Ann come out and look at it. She says it looks like it's going to be all right. And then when I attach my lights here, they won't sag as much, or if at all. Sue Ann's also thinking, you know, once everything's done, the lighting's up and everything, of coming in here and doing some cobwebbing on the inside, since we don't have the roofing material up this year. And the reason why we don't have the roofing material up is because of the corn. But we got that done, and then we got the plywood up over here, and I left intentionally a gap. If we end up putting the fog machine in here every year, this room fills up with fog to the point where you can't see. It's almost a whiteout condition. So I figure, well, I'll leave a little bit of a gap on the plywood. That will give the fog somewhere to escape to, I hope. But anyway, we got project 1 done. 1 and 2 done. Project 3, video pumping station. I'm gonna start getting that put together. Well, major progress made, I think. Video pumping station's in, the basics on it, and I still got all the detail stuff that goes on it. And that pink foam sitting there is the backside of Morgan's fountain, which goes down in that hole. I then came in and started laying out the ponds, and we've got the dragon pond and the water wall pond done. Next one to do is this one here for the video pumping station. Then I can start bringing fence panels in, getting this fence, and we'll be done with this, and we can move on to the clown. It's low 90s today. It's about 10 degrees hotter inside this tent with no breeze. It feels more like, you know, 98, 99 inside this tent, and I'm drenched. I need to wring my shirt out. I'm going to take a breather. We got to take Kaylee for her walk, and then we'll go from there. Well, Sue Ann just called dinner. I'm ready for dinner. It got up to 92 degrees here today, and I swear, underneath this tent, with all the walls closed in, it was 5 or 6 degrees hotter. I've been drinking fluids like crazy because I've been sweating like crazy. But we did pretty good. All the ponds are framed in. I'm just starting to get the fence panels in, which shouldn't take too long. The ponds take forever to do, which is why I normally do them on a rainy day. But I'm going to go grab dinner, and then when we get back out here after dinner, we'll work on getting the fence panels in. And if we're lucky, we'll get started out here working on the clown area. I probably won't get very far on that, but I'll get a few partition walls up at least. So by tomorrow, we'll be full blown into the clown and the spider area, which is going over in that neck of the woods. But anyway, see you after dinner. It is now happy hour. Yes, that time of the day where we get to get happy with the aid of a few adult beverages. Today it is Harry Navel. Really good drink. It's one of my favorites. Vodka, peach schnapps, orange juice, freshly squeezed, and garnished with a orange wheel or a preserved cherry, or both. Harry Navels are good. I could use a couple of those right now. There you go. There's your happy hour. Well, I figured before I get the light moving, I don't know how well this is showing, but the fences are done. And I'll give you another look tomorrow when it's daylight out here. But the path is defined, and I am technically as far as I'm going to go with this room at the current time. I still need to get the liners in, the props in, the lighting in, the projectors in. That will all be done later. I just wanted to get the maze done and get some of the larger pieces in here before I built the rest of the maze. So I am officially done in here. I can have Morgan come in and do a garbage sweep. There's chunks of wood and string and everything else all the way through here. It needs to be picked up. Our next order of events is the clown hallway. I'm going to take a look at my blueprints. Joanne's going to come out tomorrow morning and clip her plants off there and here, so I can get maze walls up. I can do a bit of it tonight. I don't know how much though. And I do have some energy. It's not quite 9 o'clock yet, so I can stay out here a little bit longer. But I can't go too far because then Suanne will have trouble getting the garbage can in here to get her plant refuge out. refuse. But let's see what happens. You'll either get another segment of showing you a little bit of what I've done, or you'll get the end of the day wrap up. I'm not sure which. Okay, end of the day wrap up. I got 3 partition walls up and cleaned my shop. I'm not going to show you that. You don't need to see it. I'm getting tired. It's a little after 9 now. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. I don't feel like staying out here till 10. Besides, I can't go much further anyway until we do something about Suanne's flowers, because some of the walls go right through her flowers. And it makes it harder to get them up when you got a wall sitting on them. So we're done for today. As far as today's progress goes, I've wasted 2 days working on that water room, getting it to where it is now, which is about par. Usually takes about 4 days total to set that thing up, with getting the partition walls up, the skinning, the pond frames, the plywood over the bump outs, and then there's getting all the props out, putting the liners in, and doing all the electrical in there. Normally I don't do so much in there. Normally I just get at this time in the build, I normally just get the partition walls up and then move the frames in. I don't even bother setting them up. That usually is one of my rainy day projects, is to do that. But I needed to know what size fence panels, because I altered the ponds a bit, so the measurements I originally had weren't exactly accurate anymore. So hence is why I did the pond framing today and installed the fences. But for now, until probably about another 4 weeks, we are done in the water room. Tomorrow we will be hitting the clown hard and heavy. First order of business tomorrow is Suanne's flowers, and I'm going to help her with that a little bit so she's not stuck having to do it all by herself. Once that's done, I've got to get the partition walls up, get them skinned, get the pond in for the hammering clown, get the cage out here for the jack-in-the-box. I don't know if I'm still undecided on whether I'm going to put that together and put it into place or not. I probably should. And then I got to get the fence panels in that area. Should be able to get that done tomorrow and maybe get started on the spider display. I don't know. That's hard to say. But both the clown and the spider display should be fairly quick, fairly straightforward. Not a lot of intricacies in that like there was with the water room. Past that, that was something. Right before setup started, I signed up for TikTok. Suanne's been watching little videos and stuff on there, and I was thinking, well, maybe that would be another outlet, for me to post vlogs on. Didn't know much about TikTok. I knew day one vlog was fairly long because of all the fast forward footage, so I didn't try. But actually last night I tried to upload the day one footage onto TikTok. Got a message, file size too big, your file can't be bigger than 1 gig. I went, okay. I tried day 2 because it was under a gig. Got another message. Can't be longer than 3 minutes. Like I only do 3-minute excerpts, little clips, and stuff on TikTok, and that is not going to do me any damn good. So I'm probably going to end up deleting my TikTok account. It's kind of pointless to have, and it's just cluttering up my phone and my computer. What the hell do people see in TikTok? Half the junk, I was going to use a different word, half the junk I'm getting on the feed for TikTok, it's stupid. What the, it's stuff I'm not interested in. I tried doing some searching and stuff for stuff I wanted, and it's guys making weird faces at the camera, or dancing, or girls with their swimsuits up their crack of their asses, diving and, stuff like that, and it's just, why am I wasting my time on this? There's no content that I'm interested in. So, yeah, so I'm just going to delete the TikTok. It's pointless. But anyway, so if you were looking for me over on TikTok, it was the Haunted Tents is the way I signed up for it. It won't be there much longer because I'm going to delete the account, so don't bother going over to TikTok looking for me because I won't be there. Past that, I think it's time to say goodnight because I'm rambling and I really don't have anything to say. I'm just rambling to hear the sound of my voice. So, good night all. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.